stuck? If so, have you considered that the only thing keeping you stuck is you? Specifically, the only obstacle that prevents you from creating what you desire personally, professionally, or spiritually are your mindsets and habits. Your mindsets and habits, your thoughts and behaviors stand in the way of your happiness, love, fulfillment, prosperity, success, health, peace, all the things that you desire and want to create. And you can continue doing what most people do, which is blaming your situation or environment or partner or job or financial situation or your parents or boss or the universe. But you know as well as I do, that is not going to get you unstuck. It's not. Instead, it just keeps you wallowing in your current misery, in your current circumstances. And I get it. Sometimes it's easier and more comfortable to remain stuck and just to complain about it. Then one day, like today, it becomes too uncomfortable to remain comfortable. Which is why you're probably here watching this video, right? And that's when you realize it's time to change. Change yourself. The only way to get unstuck is to get out of your own way. You have to change. You have to change your habitual thoughts and behaviors. Now, your version of stuck may take any number of forms. Everybody's stuckness is unique. Maybe you've created a life and a career that you thought you wanted, but now you've got a different vision. And you believe you don't have the time or the money or the ability to make that vision a reality. And, so you overthink your options, which leaves you unable to make decisions or take action. You don't really believe anything's going to change. So kind of like a tiger at the zoo, you retreat to the back of the cage in resignation. And perhaps you never show up authentically or let anyone know the real you. Instead, you take on the identity of the person you think others want you to be, the one that's going to be accepted and loved. And, so you do what you're supposed to do. You'd like to follow your intuition and your heart's desire, create a life that feeds your soul, but you're too afraid to do that. You're afraid you'll be judged and criticized, or worse yet, disliked, or people won't love you anymore. And you're probably thinking, I wish I had the courage to express myself fully and to create this life that'll feed my soul. But you just stay angry and frustrated and resent your life and yourself even for staying stuck. It could be that you'd like to deep dive into your spiritual journey. You imagine accessing spiritual guidance, but you can't get yourself to even stick to a daily spiritual practice. You believe in spirit guides and angels, and yet you discount the spiritual guidance that you receive. And then you wonder what might become possible if I acted on spiritual guidance. But you've surrendered to never knowing. Here's another scenario. You have unsupportive habits that you can't break, like perfectionism, procrastination, going to bed too late at night, eating too much. And you tend to overthink your options, which leaves you, again, unable to take action. Your negative self-talk runs like a soundtrack to your life, affirming that you're never going to change, you're stuck, you're never going to change anything. And it's constantly telling you you're not good enough, you aren't worthy, you're stupid, you can't do it, you're stuck, right? And your mental talk even says, who are you to think that you can change or that you can have what you want? So why even try? Why bother? And so you don't try and you hate yourself for that. You might even have a really strong sense of purpose or calling, but you don't allow yourself to pursue it. Doubt stops you from taking action. And, you're not acting on what really matters to you. And instead, you fill your days with busy work and you have no time for your life's work. And you keep telling yourself one day, you're promising yourself one day, and then you just break down and cry because time is passing and that day may never arrive. you're stuck. So no matter what brand of stuck is yours, inside you know that you've been blocking yourself from success in any or all life arenas. And when you admit to yourself that fact, you actually create the opportunity to move past your feelings of disappointment, past your self-loathing and your anger and dejection and resentment and discouragement and overwhelm and guilt and blame and sorrow. You reclaim your personal power and you take responsibility for creating your life and living it fully. You place yourself in a position of being personally free to make some new choices. And in that moment, you have the opportunity to get unstuck. You get unstuck. You become free to make new choices, create new habits, develop new mindsets, all of which can move you forward. And the fact that you are listening to me right now, you've gotten this far into this video, means you want to create something different, to be something different, to create some transformation in yourself and in your life. And plain and simple, you can change everything simply by deciding who to be. Who to be. And viola, voila, voila, right? I always think it's viola because that's how it's spelled, but voila in French, right? Everything changes when you decide who to be, and then your mindsets and your habits align with that new identity. And then you're free to move forward with ease towards your potential in creating your dreams. So change your thoughts and behaviors, and you can finally get from where you are now to where you want to go. I'm always saying I help people get from where they are to where they want to go. Well, this is how. That's how you're going to get from who you are and want to and know you can be, from the vision of what you want to create to the reality of having manifested that. And imagine what becomes possible then. Who would you be? What type of life would you live? What amazing things might you have created in 3, 6, 12 months? Maybe you'd finally write the book you've been talking about for years. Maybe you'd quit your job and start your own business, or travel the world, or create more prosperity than you have ever imagined you could. Maybe you'd drop your heart walls and fall back in love with your partner, or find your soulmate. Or you could open yourself to a flow of divine intelligence and your spiritual gifts. But if nothing changes and you remain stuck, what then? Imagine what you and your life will be like. What will you and your life be like in 3, 6, 12 years if everything stays the same? Nothing changes. If you don't want that scenario, if you want the first scenario, it's time to create some change, is it not? It's time to be the person who can do the things necessary to create whatever it is you want to have. And most people get it totally backwards. They believe that they first need to have what they desire to do the things that will then allow them to be the person they want to be. So for instance, they think that they have to be wealthy before they can, fly first class and be happy doing that. But yet they have to be happy first. And, because that's what's going to drive them doing the work that will bring in the money, right? You have to have the identity, even if you don't yet feel happy or rich or whatever, and then you're going to find a way to do what happy and wealthy people do. But here's the thing. I know that you're not like most people. I know it. You wouldn't be here if you were like most people. If you were like most people, you'd be off doing something else, like watching TV, instead of watching this YouTube video. You know that achieving the success that you want in any life arena requires that you do the internal work to change your habitual ways of being. And personal growth is the quickest route to success in any area of life, including your spiritual life. It's the key to getting out of your own way. It's the key to getting unstuck, the tool to being the person you want to be and doing the things that help you create what you desire. And since you're a spiritual being having a human experience, a personal development program is not totally enough to get you unstuck. That's the problem with most personal growth programs. You also need spiritual growth to help you become the powerful creator that you really are, and to access your innate personal freedom and stand in your power and create what you desire. And I'm sure you realize that personal and spiritual growth together result in enormous transformation. And that's what you really want, isn't it? Transformation. Now, you could continue on as you have. Same old grind, keeping the status quo, doing meaningless tasks, living up to other people's expectations. You could keep on creating what you don't want rather than what you do want. You could continue watching the pots on the front burners while your life's work is on the back burner. You could remain stuck. You could remain stuck. And if you do that, what regrets are you going to have 10, 20, 30 years from now, or at the end of your life? How disappointed will you be in yourself? You know your soul longs for more, for you to be and do more. Your higher self wants you to fulfill your purpose and your potential. And all the spiritual forces of the universe want more for you. A life filled with meaning and fulfillment and alignment with your best self and connection to divine guidance and opportunities to make a difference, personal power, the ability to thrive in a profound, soulful way, and the unlimited freedom to move toward your heart's desire. Imagine waking up every day energized with your eyes sparkling as you anticipate what you're going to experience that day and what you're going to create. Feel the comfort and the satisfaction of going through your day feeling guided and taking bold, inspired actions, feeling free to take bold, inspired actions. See yourself motivated and passionate, doing your life's work, using your knowledge and your skills and your gifts to make a difference in your unique way. And know that from that place of freedom, from that choice, those free choices you made, the deep, joyous, loving relationships you have with family and friends, the prosperity you have, the vibrance and energy, the ease and grace of living that you're going to experience. And see yourself at the end of the day aligned and happy and fulfilled and living the life of your dreams. It's time to create that life, is it not? So decide to get unstuck, to love yourself enough to take new action sooner rather than later. Choose to invest in yourself and your transformation. Decide to develop the habits and mindsets necessary to succeed personally, spiritually, professionally. Why? Because doing so is going to free you. It's going to give you the ability to get unstuck. Now, you're probably already thinking, my old ways of being in this world no longer serve me. And that conclusion is correct. So you know that you need a new way of being in the world that serves you now and in the future. And your soul is calling to you. Now is the time. So heed the call. This time, listen and trust and take action. Feel free to take action. Feel free to step into your best self and your best life by giving yourself the gift of personal and spiritual growth. And if you'd like to learn how to develop your new identity and your new habits and mindsets in a supportive community, consider joining the Inspired Creator community. The link's up above. In the Inspired Creator community, you can gain the tools for freeing yourself to achieve your potential, fulfill your purpose, and live fully and create your desires. It's going to give you the tools to get unstuck. It really is. So if that interests you, click on the link above and join the Inspired Creator community. That's where I offer free live coaching sessions, group coaching sessions every month to help people get from where they are to where they want to go, to help people get from who they are to who they know they want to be or can be. If you don't know me, I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I'm a certified high performance coach. I'm a intuitive transformational catalyst and coach. I'm an author, and it's my purpose here to help people step into being who they need to be so that they can do the things they need to do to create what they want. Specifically, to create a life that feeds your soul, meaning a life that's soul aligned, where you're listening to your intuition and you're following your passion and your interests, and you're not, you're, you're, you're free to do these things because you're living your truth. And if you're feeling stuck, then that's not what's happening. And it's time to get unstuck. So if that's of interest to you, if you would like to be in a community of people all seeking to live a life that feeds their soul and to move out of any stuck areas so that they feel free to be, do, and create what they desire, then click on the link above. It'd be my honor to serve you. And until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.